Coming up on this week's news, cashless tolling has started on 4 more bridges over the Delaware River in Greater Philadelphia. A pair of university reports shows the loss of the Francis Scott Key Bridge is tied to a notable increase in trucking costs, but the pre-construction for replacing the bridge does begin later this month. And was it the congestion pricing or the weather? We take a look at the first week of Manhattan's new congestion pricing tolling. Hello everyone, I'm Danny Pryor reporting for Turnpikes.com with this week's update of all that's coming down the pike. 4 more toll bridges in the Greater Philadelphia area have gone cashless, wrapping a years-long effort by the Delaware Joint Toll Bridge Commission. The Trenton-Morrisville, Delaware Water Gap, Easton Phillipsburg, and I-78 toll bridges are all cashless as of January 13th. It was just last summer the Bridge Commission converted 3 lower traffic toll bridges to cashless tolling. Those bridges are the Portland-Columbia, Milford-Montague, and the New Hope-Lambertville toll bridges. Speaking of New Hope-Lambertville, that toll bridge is now closed for the next 2 weeks to replace a deteriorated pin on one of the bridge's support joints. That's according to the Bridge Commission. Excessive deterioration of the pin was discovered as part of an ongoing rehabilitation project. As part of that project, New Jersey-bound traffic will still be redirected once the bridge reopens. That is currently planned for January 27th. The New Jersey-bound traffic, however, will have to wait until about mid-February, and that is according to the latest Commission notice. It is the loss of a key bridge that is leading to a higher transportation cost for truckers. Transport Topics cites a university study that shows the loss of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore last year will result in the addition of $446 million in trucking costs to the shipping industry. That is if the bridge is reopened in 2028, as is the current expectation. The Transport Topics article of January 9th cited a pair of studies from both the University of Maryland and Morgan State University. TT reports the researchers have reached the general consensus it will cost the trucking industry about $93 million per year in 2025 and each year thereafter at least until the bridge reopens. Meanwhile, pre-construction of the bridge is slated to begin later this month, according to a report in Maryland Matters, which quoted the executive director of the Maryland Transportation Authority, Bruce Gartner. Gartner made his comments as it was announced in the past week that a construction consortium called Bridging Maryland Partnership has been awarded a $75 million contract to manage reconstruction of the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which is expected to be a cable-stayed bridge this time around. That would be in order to support a larger footprint and a planned 230-foot clearance under the bridge, which is about 45 feet higher than the old one. You'll recall the 1970s-era bridge was demolished following a collision with a cargo ship last March. Is it the weather or the congestion pricing? It has now been more than a full work week since Manhattan's new congestion pricing plan went into effect. And while the New York Times proffered that question due to the cold weather and snows across the area last week, many local and national news agencies are citing a reduction in traffic in key areas. Toll Roads News provided a link to the congestion pricing tracker developed by a pair of brothers and some fellow university students, which utilizes Google traffic data. And it shows a noticeable decline in traffic across key bridges and tunnels into Manhattan since congestion pricing began January 5th. Publishers of the tracker have determined traffic is greatly reduced along commuter routes leading into Manhattan, particularly along toll routes like the Holland and Lincoln tunnels connecting New Jersey and the Queens Midtown Tunnel connecting Manhattan and Queens. Stay tuned. Finally this week, travel zen as we leave you with these shots of traffic over the weekend rolling past the inactive booths of Pennsylvania's now defunct toll plazas, which will soon be demolished now that all electronic tolling is in effect. The PA Turnpike system went fully cashless on January 5th. Next week, we'll preview that new toll bridge getting ready to dominate Mobile, Alabama's skyline and impact your drive along Interstate 10. Until then, drive safely as always. I'm Danny Pryor reporting for Turnpikes.com, the Turnpike Authority.